Farewell to 2014. Here's 2015 coming straight at you. And as usual, we gather here for the State of the Music address. Only this year's address is going to be a little different. This is going to be one that not only does examine what music was all about in 2014 and what it's going to be about in 2015, but it's going to be one that's going to be free of a lot of the fluttery ideas that perhaps I've really been able to boast over the past couple of years. It's not going to be one where I aim to use great language and perhaps a very William Wallace-style voice in order to inspire you to whatever. Nah, it's not really what this is going to be all about. Instead, this is going to be more so like a fireside chat. If you don't know what that is, look it up. So what was 2014 all about? 2014 was all about a lot of different things. It was all about rock being dead. It was all about people's thoughts on this and that. It was all about asking Alexandria thinking about things, or people deciding that they wanted to fake being kidnapped just to sell records. But musically speaking, it was a fairly good year. This was actually one that showcased a lot of great growth within the metal genre, and it was one that definitely showed that people can't shut the fuck up about it, and that's kind of a good thing. Even though it is something that definitely seems to be spawning a lot of infighting, and it's something where people are infighting about something as simple as, subgenre. It's almost like two nerds fighting over a statistical number in Dungeons and Dragons, or turn order, whatever the fuck. But it is something that has certainly kept metal abuzz within the past calendar year. We had great albums, we had great debuts, we had some great young acts, we had some talented groups that really put forth amazing efforts. Navel of Ascaris, for crying out loud, with Citadel topped the list, and Triptychon was number 2. These are two bands that are only 2 albums deep into their career, roughly, and these are really showcasing where metal is heading. That metal is certainly a genre that is filled with budgeting young talent. It's not all just the age-old masters that are talented enough in order to craft a sincerely great album, which is something that 2013 definitely proved. 2013, with having Carcass, really make the return full circle and create the album of the year with their album, Surgical Steel. So what does 2015 have to offer us? There are many things that this has to offer us. The one thing that, for me, is exciting is, of course, the potential for a new Iron Maiden album in 2015. That'd be great, but after all, it's not just about me. It's also about you, the Coverkiller Nation. It's also about music in general. It's also about this community. It's also about reviewing here on YouTube. It's also about how we're able to communicate with everybody. Now, I told you I wasn't going to be doing the whole William Wallace thing and try to drive to inspire, and that will continue to be true. However, I will say that I'm definitely appreciative of everything that you guys have given me in the past year in 2014. I'm definitely appreciative to you guys helping, this channel ascend to new heights. We've gone past 5 million views, we've gotten more than 20,000 subscribers, and it just keeps on growing. It's actually it's wild, the fact that it has grown as much as it has. I'm not going to make any sort of goals or anything. I'm just going to kind of, see what happens this year. Because, quite frankly, I fell short of my goals from last year. And, after a couple of months, I just kind of didn't give a shit. But this is going to be all about really spreading metal and music in general. I shouldn't just be speaking purely about metal. Last year, some of my goals were to start a second channel and to do a lot of stuff with movies and video games and all this. Those were all lofty goals with lofty expectations, because then I got a promotion and fuck that, that didn't happen. This year I'm going to try and, get to it. I've gotten my schedule down a little bit better, so things should hopefully go a little bit more smoothly. Knock on wood. Fuck, there's no wood around. You get the point, though. I don't want to make any sort of promises that I can't keep to all you guys. That's the big thing. I really don't want to do that. Instead, I want us all just to do ourselves the favor, and really heavy metal and music in general the favor, of just continuing to spread the music around. We talked about how album reviewers were going to take over YouTube a couple of years ago, and it definitely has never ascended past gaming, so, what a takeover. We did great. I had also talked, a couple of years ago about how heavy metal was going to, take over everything, blah, 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 or this and that, and did a great job. And I also talked, I think, last year about how we want to continue to buy music and do all this, and 2014 has only 4 albums that hit 1 million units sold, and not a single one of them were metal. Not that that was going to happen, but you kind of get the picture. So this year, let's just continue to spread the music to one another. Let's continue to listen to the music. This seems like something that we would do already. Something that seems so impeccably obvious that the fact that I even spoke it sounds just a trifle strange. It almost sounds as though I'm just repeating a record once again, and thusly perhaps breaking it a little bit. Something where it's probably an idea that's been drilled into so many of your skulls by so many different people. Really there's this idea out there that the music is somehow dying, that we all just need to listen and listen and listen and perhaps not have lives at all. We just need to keep on listening. That's not really the idea. The idea is the fact that we listen to the music that we can. We listen to that which we can because we are music fans, because we're obsessed. This is our drug. This is the one thing that motivates us more than anything else in the entire world, at least for some of us. For those of us who are more casual fans, it's something that really gives us a sort of drive whenever we really want it to. So it's something that we use to our advantage. But overall, the one thing that we need to do is continuously inspire other people to, listen to music the same way. And it's something where we definitely do want to, try to, encourage them not to use the electronic medium or anything like that. But let's be real here. It's 2015, we're entering into a new era, and people are going to kind of do what they want. The more you push them one way, the opposite way always tends to be the place in which they actually tend to go. That's what we become as humans. Real morons. But at any rate, if people are listening to the music, does it really matter? It kind of does, but that's because we're audiophiles. We want purity. We want CDs, records. We want a physical collection. We want to show the world that we are what we are. But for some of these people, this is just a casual endeavor. What we should actually do is, well, perhaps understand why they listen to some of the stuff that they do that perhaps we disagree with, and perhaps push them in the direction of some things that we think that maybe they would enjoy. Not necessarily just stuff that we would enjoy, but stuff that they would enjoy as well. You might say, well, how the hell am I supposed to do that if I don't enjoy what they listen to begin with? Chances are, if you're truthfully a diverse music fan, there's some stuff in there that maybe they haven't heard of. Or maybe there's something within your own catalog that actually is a bit close to what they would consider. Either that, or just give it to them as an opportunity to sample something. Nothing too heavy, nothing too hard, nothing too crazy. They have to go on their journey at their own pace. But something just to, kind of get their feet wet a little bit. Imagine it. All of us had a gateway drug whenever it came to heavy metal or alternative rock or underground hip-hop. All of us had that gateway drug. That one group that actually took us on this journey that we're now currently a part of. Maybe we could be the suppliers of that gateway drug to somebody else, just by a simple recommendation. And it may not even be the recommendation that you think would be the gateway drug. It may actually be the one that you just kind of like. The one that's actually your third or fourth tier choice. That actually is the gateway drug for them. So yeah, in a way we're pushing for a little bit of equality here. We're pushing to actually just spread the word of music. Not just heavy metal music, even though that's what we typically deal with on this channel, but music in general. Because if rock is supposedly dying, then we definitely need to push rock. We definitely need to really get rock and roll out there. If you're an artist out there, somebody who's in a rock band, this is the year to really try hard and really showcase what rock and roll really has. If you're in a metal band, you're in a great position right now. You're in a terrific position, but there's a very, very vast atmosphere of musicians out there that want to be just like you. So try hard. Do your best. Write some memorable music. Chances are, one of us in the reviewing community may be reviewing you someday. All in all, just continue to spread the good word of music. Don't let music die because of apathy. Don't let music die because everyone's too busy twerking it in the club. Fuck them. Go after the ones that are truthfully interested. Go after the ones that truthfully have a desire. Because that's the only way that the revolution begins. It's the only way that music starts to reclaim its place in popular culture. A place that it really has not lost all of that much traction in. It's just that most of the traction is in a direction of very carbon cookie cutter based crap. Music that seems to lack soul, seems to lack interest. It seems to lack that seminal oomph that actually encourages people to become musicians themselves. They're actually made to seem like larger-than-life stars, like their positions on this earth are unattainable. We want to showcase to these people that not only is this status attainable, but it's also something that you should want. You shouldn't want to be Taylor Swift or Katy Perry because of the clothes that they wear. You should want to be Alice in Chains, or the Foo Fighters, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Neobleviscaris, Triptychon, because of the music, because of the memory, because of all the exploration that will occur, whether it be in writing lyric or creating song, the different people that you'll meet, the places that you'll go, the people that you'll be able to touch. Think about it. If you're able to do something with a single note of your music, or with a single word that comes out of your mouth that helps another individual, you're actually winning. Even all of those bands that you think are nothing but evil and satanic, to someone out there, they're helping them. They're helping them simply by being who they are and playing the music that they do. So let's have 2015 be just all about the music. Let's stop being all fluttery about this and that and just continue to share it. This is something where in the comments of every video, recommend something to somebody. This is something where you join the Facebook group and get a couple discussions together with some people. Either that or open up a Cover Killer Nation official bulletin board. Do that. That'd be kind of cool. But that's it. Nothing fancy. Nothing fluttery. I'm not William Wallace. Except right there. That was really bad. Have a great year, guys. I'll be right here along the ride with you. Peace.